Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. Aloha and welcome back to my channel. I'm Marilyn Maya, the baby boomer booktuber, and I'm doing March Mystery Madness. And was that a little mad, you think? Anyway, I'm really going all out for March Mystery Madness, as you can see. My first books that I want to talk about are books that are on my shelf that I haven't read, or I've read part of them, and I think that even though they might not be my favorites, maybe you can find one of these books to be your favorite. The first one, and I couldn't finish it, but I still haven't thrown it out or given up on it, is by J.R. Tolkien's grandson, and his name is Simon Tolkien, and the book is The King of Diamonds. And what it says about it is Tolkien's writing has a timeless quality and the haunting undertones of other great masters of mystery. And one thing I liked about it was that it said it's a compulsively readable and crafted with cunning and imbued with menace. The King of Diamonds adds luster to Tolkien's growing reputation as a brilliant star in the thriller firmament. Now, I was watching Shawn the Book Maniac, and he doesn't like these blurbs. He thinks they're shitty. So I think that he could be right. So I'll just read you what it's about, because I read this quite a while ago, at least half of it. In 1960, and David Swain is 2 years into his life sentence for murdering the lover of his ex-girlfriend, Katya. In the dead of night, David escapes and Katya is found murdered. Inspector Trave of the Oxford Police heads the manhunt for David. Trave, suspicious, leads him to Katya's uncle, Titus Osmond, a rich diamond dealer, and his sinister brother-in-law, Franz, who will go to any lengths to conceal his past connection to the Nazis. But Travis's motives are suspect. Osmond is having an affair with Trave's estranged wife. Once David is captured, Trave is willing to risk everything, professionally and personally, to pursue his obsessive beliefs in Osmond's guilt. So, it sounds pretty complicated to me, and I found it complicated while I read it. But I think some people might find this intriguing. And I kind of gave up 1/3 of the way. So, let's see the first line, see if it's good. Outside, it was late summer. The red-brown leaves hung heavy on the trees in the woods beyond the house, and in the front courtyard, silver water splashed down from the stone mermaids' open mouths into the blue-gray basin of the fountain to be reabsorbed, pumped back up and out again in an endless cycle. Well, that's certainly a lot of words and a long sentence, but it's pretty good. So if you've read this book and you think that I should continue reading it, please tell me in the comments. Okay, now this is a oldie but goodie, which I haven't read. I've read Marcia Muller, her series of Sharon McClone's mysteries, but this particular one I haven't read, and it's called Both Ends of the Night. Now, I read this series in the 70s, So that shows you how long this book has been around. And Sharon McCone has long been considered the standard for the contemporary female hard-boiled private eye. Since her first appearance in 1977, Marcia Muller's character has evolved from a bright-eyed idealist to an independent and tough criminal investigator who is willing to take her life in her own hands, both on land and in the cockpit of her plane. In this, her most action-packed and suspenseful novel yet, Muller propels McCone into a dangerous course that will take her into the darker regions of the human heart, where she might not survive. Well, we know she does survive because this was written in 1977. So let me see the first line of this book. Well, it starts 3 years ago. But I think, I think I'm going to read part 1. Landing at Los Algres Municipal Airport felt like coming home. I don't think that's a 5-star first line, but let's see what the prologue says. Well, it starts 3 years ago. Well, how about that, McCone? You've lost your engine. Now what are we going to do? Or what are you going to do? Well, that's a little better. So, if you've read Marcia Muller or the Sharon McCone mysteries, please let me know. Another oldie but goodie, or as I'm finding out in Great Britain, it's oldie but goldie. I think that's really cute. And it's by Reginald Hill, and it's called Ruling Passion. And I haven't read this book, but I've read Reginald Hill. He was one of the first mystery writers, beside Agatha Christie, of course, that I've read. And I remember him as being a good writer. So Hill blends civility and madness in a most agreeable way. Sorry, Shawn. I just read that. Doesn't seem too shitty. Okay, so this book, Ruling Passion, says, from Yorkshire to the sleepy village of Thornton Lacey is only a morning's drive, but for Detective Sergeant Peter Pascoe, the distance will close off part of his life forever. Motoring down for a reunion with old friends, he arrives to find not a welcome, but a grisly triple murder. Out of his jurisdiction, Pascoe is in an untenable position. One of his oldest friends is wanted for murder. His boss is ordering him back to Yorkshire, and his instincts are telling him that the local constabulary, I talked about how I couldn't pronounce words in my last video, so let me know how to say this. Well, it's constable. So, Constable Larry. Okay. Will never suspect that the crime's true motive lies not in the obvious places, but in the unexpected zones of passion within a twisted heart. So, it says here that this is a Dalsey Pascoe mystery. I don't remember that particular name in mysteries, but I know I read Reginald Hill. And it also says, another New York Times book review, that Reginald Hill has raised the classical British mystery to new heights. So, I think I'm going to read this. The other 2 books I'm actively reading. The first one is Death by Dumpling by Vivien Chien. And I'm reading this as a read-along, and it's my first read-along, or buddy read, I should say, with the Bookish Bryants. So check out their channel. They're really, really delightful couple, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm not going to say too much about the book. It's a cozy mystery. This is a debut author. It's not perfect. but I'm enjoying it. As it goes along, it's getting even better. And I'm on chapter 23, 24. So I'll let you know at the end of the month what I think of it. But isn't that cute? Death by Dumpling. And it's about like I said the last time, welcome to the Holy's Noodle House, where the Chinese food is to die for. So that's cute. And it is a cute mystery. The protagonist is a little young, but she's cute and I'm liking it. The last one is actually one I read, and I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to do a review on it. And it's The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. And I had mixed feelings, but I must have had strong feelings because I wrote a review of it on Goodreads. So when when I have this feeling that I want to write a review, it's usually that I have either strong feelings for or against it. But I didn't have strong feelings for or against it, but I wanted to write a review. So let's see how that came out next time. Well, this is a short review. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's mystery. Life is a mystery, isn't it? And I leave you with the mystery of life. Aloha.